For this. Boom, boom, boom. Hey, there we are. All right. Woo! So it's not Monday. It's not Motorsport Monday. But as indicated, we will be streaming something else on Monday. I don't know what. Just something. We'll see. Anyway. What are we, about halfway through the second season? No one! Hey, no one. Oh, also Sleepy E. Oh, I missed that. I mean, I must have been stepped away or just absolutely hyper-focused and, free of sleep. But Sleepy E, thank you very much for that on behalf of the Insomnia Gang. Much appreciated. I never used to really have a problem with this, but it's become more and more and more of an issue, which is very frustrating. And no one, thank you, came to Quill 18 for Civ content. Steam says I've played 40 hours in Civ 6, 400 hours EU4, 950 hours Factorio. Holy crap. I know EU4 and Factorio because of Quill. Thank you for the free samples. P.S. How's the Babylon 5 watch-a-thon going? I haven't had a chance to basically watch anything in the last few days, unfortunately. Tomorrow, normally I often take a Sunday kind of as an off day. I don't know if I can, though, because I really want to wrap up EU4 recording. I actually hope to finish it yesterday. I did 10 episodes yesterday. I didn't quite finish it. And I think that was after doing something like 7 episodes on Thursday as well. So, and I have to finish EU4. And I've just been gone. Just gonzo. But I do want to get there because I'm really eager. I don't want to skip anything. But I'm really eager to get through Season 1. So I can get to the quality that is the stuff afterwards, because I know that Season 1's not supposed to be as good, but I'm not going to skip it. So we'll see. All right. He is too hot. So yes, where are we? If I go here, we're just race 4. Okay, no, we've only done 3. For some reason I always thought we were further in on this. All right, we'll see how it goes. We're going to Phoenix. We're not doing the oval version of the track. We're doing the interesting version of the track. That is, I think this is happening now. If I hit continue, I think we are here. So it's a 25 lap race, low fuel burn, very high tire wear. All right. We'll check our parts. I don't know if anything's changed. Oh, these brakes, they're not illegal either. We have illegal parts? Am I just making my first illegal part right now? I think that might be what's happening. 75% reliability is fine on the brakes. Or are brakes crucial? No, brakes aren't crucial, so I'm going to say 75% is going to be fine here. We'll double check the pit crew. That's an excellent idea. The front wing can be shifted as well. Weight stripping, so max... Sure, max is going to get double weight stripping on the front wing. I mean, I don't think that's going to change how we operate or anything like that. Rear wings, 61% is going to be certainly low. It's also high-speed corners are crucial, which means it's important to have a better one. But actually, the reliability is better than here. So we'll go with these two. I'm not going to use the 61%er. And then the suspension is okay. Underdog Manager would be awesome. I'd play that. 100% I would play that. Track looks like a very bent banana holding a knife. I'm gonna cut you unless you split. Anyway, pit crew is fine. Yeah, no, we're okay with the pit crew, I think. All right, Football Manager sponsor. We're gonna come out 7th or above, ideally. Parts are fitted. I think we're good. We got to remember 25 laps. I think Rhea has the rear wing that gives her a boost on ultras, supers, and softs, but it's going to be split between softs and mediums. It's going to be a very hot race, so I think that might lean us a little bit more towards mediums because we actually have some temperature problems on softs. We'll see. We did just check the pit crew. 25 laps. Parts are theoretically intact. We'll see how it goes. Five by 5 laps. We'll do 5 stints of 5 laps. That's going to be our pro strategy, guys. A snake with a sorcerer's wand? Sounds like something out of Harry Potter. Speaking of Football Manager, yeah, I know. I know. We can't do them all. Can't do them all, but I like how there was a building in the background, which is probably over here now. They can't see it. Oh, no, it's right there. See, it's blue, and it's got that yellow sort of sideways name. No, it's fuzzy because of the camera stuff. But it's called Prime Perch. Like, it's Best Buy. I thought it was pretty witty. High downforce track. I mean, I guess this variant does have a fair amount of corners. I'm still a little surprised that it's, like, leaning towards a higher downforce on here. What I might do, because almost certainly we're going to go more downforce, so we're going to go left on the downforce, right on the handling. I think I'm going to leave these where they are now, and that's going to be okay. We don't know where the speed balance is going to end up, so I think I will err on the side of just shortening up the speed balance on both of them. Let me do that really quickly before I go to the tire. We'll do that and see where it goes. Because almost certainly the downforce will go left and the handling will go right. So I think that's going to be fine there. Okay. Let's talk about tires. We'll do some weight stripping in a second, too. So, 25 laps. Easy 2 stops on softs, although with the temperature, we're not sure about pushing. We could 1 stop with the mediums if we don't push the tires. The problem is we don't actually know which one of those is faster. We have a hard time pushing. The thing is, like, we could do 3 stints of pushed softs. Well, actually, 25 laps, even that would be a little tricky. Because on the low end, that's 8. So 3 of them was 24. So I guess even with the softs, we don't really push that much. And with the temperature, we can't push. So I guess, okay, we can do a 3-stint race, all on softs with Porter, if he doesn't push. Or a 2-stint race, all on medium, if he doesn't push. The thing is, when we've gone with the low stop races, it often hasn't really worked out. The game seems to be pretty well balanced that way, that it's quite interesting. I think the 1 stop on mediums is probably best. Since it's so freaking hot, we really can't do the softs. Now, things might be a little different with Rhea, though. No, not really. She wouldn't be able to... I mean, if it was on full conserve the whole time, but that we know that's garbage, she might be able to 1 stop on softs, but that's not going to be the case. So she's going to 1 stop on mediums. She might be able to do a medium and a soft, in which case we actually might want to start her on soft. I often don't like to do that because it makes it a little hard to predict exactly where we end up. Whereas if we start on mediums, then we know on her first stop, at that point, how much of the race she's got left. We might be able to finish her on softs. We might be able to finish her on mediums. We're gonna assume we'll probably start on mediums. In any case, during practice, we are definitely gonna run on mediums and get the medium knowledge. I think that's gonna be totally okay. In terms of weight stripping over here, crucial part, 80 is good, probably no lower. Maybe 70 is a floor over there. 79 is probably okay for you. I'll leave it on 83. I'll bring this down to 74. I'll bring this one down to 72, and I'm not going to pull anything out of this part over here. Okay, I think that's as much weight as we can strip off these cars. Looks good to me. Yeah, I know, 1-stops don't really work, but the thing is, on this track, like, 1-stops don't seem as ideal, but on this track, there doesn't seem to be a good 2-stop possibility, with the exception of maybe Max. The thing, okay, I think with Max it's a real toss-up. I think it's a no-brainer on Rhea. No matter what, she's 1-stopping. It'll probably be medium soft, but there's definitely not a 2-stop. With Max, it is kind of interesting. And 1-stops have worked before, it is true. With Max, I'm wondering if we go soft, medium for him. 16, and the mediums will definitely finish it. If for some reason they end up lasting longer than expected because we can't push them because of the temp, then maybe we end up going 3 runs of soft. You know what? I gave him the wrong rear wing. I should have given him the wing that benefits the softer tires. Let's try this. You know what? It'll be we can do dual strat. It's going to be fine. Although I think I'm still going to practice on mediums because we don't want to churn through too many of the softs because we're going to use at least 2 on qualifying as well, actually. We'll practice here and we want the knowledge on medium. So I'm going to be fine with this. All right, let's take practice. I am going to watch the Belgian F1 race tomorrow for sure. I watched the qualifying this morning and the practice yesterday. No, we're going to go qualifying trim, which we're doing now because we've got, like, mechanic stuff for the race. So we're going to practice on qualifying trim. And that's going to be the same for both of these. Okay. Just outlap, but also they're inlap. There we go. Okay. We are nowhere close to where we want to be. But we know what direction to move in. Wow, 60. That's really bad. It's not poor, so we don't have to go a million miles away with the downforce. The speed stuff definitely is. We're going to swing it way over this way. And then I'm going to bring the suspension something like this. Alright. Go out and see what happens. Downforce is good. I suspect maybe a little less. Let's see what happens with that. Speed balance, so we clearly want it quite a bit further over here. And we want to soften up the suspension, bring it a little bit more towards over here. Okay. Head out that way. Thanks for the resub, Ice Joker. 8 months. Yeah, we haven't been doing the readings here. Again, I'm half asleep, and I have to apologize, but no sleep. Oh, wait, the handling is still shit? What did I do with the handling? It was okay here. Oh, the handling must actually want to be over here, which I'm kind of surprised about. We'll just tweak the downforce a little bit. See what it does. And the speed balance, I think I'm happy with the movement like this. I mean, that's Ferrari's form, like, for all of 2020. Not like this weekend was new. It's certainly not good. Downforce was good, became okay, so Max clearly wants more downforce. We're going to swing it over that way. The handling was poor, is now very poor. Yeah, so it's the same thing. They actually want a stiffer suspension with more understeer. The speed balance is great. We'll give it a little bit of a nudge. Something like... Yeah, okay. Something like this. Okay. Let's bring this out. Go, go, go. Bring in. Bring in. You have to have a good PC to play this game? No. I don't think so. You can check the requirements, but it's been out for a little while. There's a lot of graphic settings you can tune as well. Whoa, now we're getting there with Montero. 98%. Well, we don't have to make any other adjustments. I would still like you to try to generate some qualifying knowledge, although she has so low feedback, it's not really going to come. Unfortunately. Go, 2 greats and an excellent. And what are we at total? 97. That's pretty good. What I'll do is I'll give you like a token little shift on, say, the downforce this way. And we'll just see what that does to the final number, but we don't have anything else to do. You're going to do full qualifying stint again, and go. Boom, 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 boom. Breeze has got a hurt neck, but she's out here racing. Currently got the best time in practice. Boom, 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 boom. Really happy with the gear ratios. Good. Now, we're not getting any tire knowledge that'll help with qualifying, but we're getting tire knowledge that'll help more with the race. Hopefully we can get to the next level. I think we will, just barely, but we will unlock level 2, tire, and qualifying trim knowledge. And that's swell. Yeah, just come in and you're done. Tire knowledge has more impact on the race than setup knowledge? I think we crossed wires somewhere. The feedback stat affects how quickly knowledge increases, as well as the green area for the setup info. So if there's something else you're saying I'm not getting it, maybe there's something about something I was saying that you weren't getting. There's definitely something crisscrossed there. I know it might be considered an exploit, but you only get increased tire wheel from cold tires if you're on the lowest setting. You only get increased tire. Oh, wear. Tire wear spelled that way. Okay. And you only get increased tire wear from cold tires if you're on the lowest setting. The lowest setting of what? Of the tire mode? So if you're like on conserve? Really? Oh, okay. Quality trim tire thing for quality is going to be fine. Car setup, let's check to see where we ended up with. We're still 97 over there, which is fine, and you're going to be doing this on softs. And over here, you're going to do the 98. That's going to be okay. We'll do we'll do the take qualifying thing, but we'll do the thing where we don't actually we'll go. No, send you out. Wait a tick, and then send you out, and then we'll wait for the thing. But I will go and just automate this because this part is the sucksores. Whee! Now, we're not going to do very well over here, just because we're still, mechanically our car is not, way up there. Although, no, sometimes people haven't finished their laps. I'm like, wow, we're doing well already, but no. So, 123 to make a lap. And a little bit to spare beyond that. And, of course, we have to allow for the tire change. But I'm going to try to wait for the wear to accelerate, or to develop as much as possible. We'll send them out with about 2 minutes left. I'll hit the send out button. That should be enough time to change the tires. Go back in. Alright. Set of softs. Go. Give a little beat so that they're split up a little bit. Other set of softs, and go. We did do one good qualifying that one time. That is true. I don't think that's going to happen here. Unless Porter has a 6-second hot lap here. No. Montero did personally best Sector 1, but Porter's not improving. Montero's doing a lot better in her sectors. She did end up improving a little bit, but we didn't meet sponsor objectives. Oh well. No bonus cash for us. Now, do you have a source for that? How do you know that auto on game settings? You don't have to click it every time. Oh, that's good. The whole tire wear at the lowest setting, because people also say you don't get the advantage of the higher tire modes when the temperature is maxed. But I've never actually seen evidence of that being true anywhere. Doesn't mean it's not true. It's just one of those things that everyone repeats. But I'd like to see a source of yeah, you can see it in this config file, or you can see it in this piece of code. Because when I decompiled the game, which I did, I gotta remember Max got the faster tire changes. Yeah, we should. It's not too late. I can still plan a 3-stopper with Max, which I guess is sort of what we're talking about. How much slower? I don't know. How much slower? I wonder if it calculates it in. Probably not. We're only going to refuel one time. Although that's usually the case. This much. Take this, because, we sort of can figure this one out. Okay. Car setup. We're still fine with where we are there. We're going to start Max off on the softs. And it'll probably be soft, medium. And I think I'm going to be fine with that. Now, Max is going to go probably on the lower end here, especially at first, especially if we do a little bit of red-orange to push for position early on. We will have to be very careful about temps, but that'll be the limiting factor. Let's assume at least 8 laps. 8 times 1.3 is 10.4. So if we want to run a red engine the entire time, we'll have him take off with 11 laps worth of fuel. Again, we keep going back and forth on the math on some of these things, and whether we just want to overfuel at the start or fully fuel at the start and then do things and whatever. We're trying out different combinations of stuff to see how we feel about things. I wonder if it's possible we could just avoid the refueling completely on Rhea. Probably not. 98% there was fine. Rhea's just going to one-stop. Actually, yeah, have we figured out... there's a chance she could do a one-stop on the stop, but we don't know. I'll run her in the medium, and then depending on when she does end up pitting, we may, in fact, discover that we can just run the softs. Let's fuel for up to 15 laps, because with 15 laps worth of fuel, which is 19.5, which is 20, so we're going to keep her fully fueled. It's possible, this way she won't be fuel limited. If we can maybe stretch out the tires for a switch to the softs in the end, that might be really, really nice. So, we'll do something like that. So full fuel. That's going to have to be okay. Setup's fine. We're going to start everyone on double red. They can engine mode red the whole time. That's fine. The tires, we're going to have to see. With Rhea, if we do want her... Well, here's the thing. If it turns out that we can push a lot with her medium tires, then she'll just medium. If it turns out she's in a position where she's not gaining anything really from pushing, we'll just push her down, put her down to yellow right away. Do you see the fuel saving on the fuel lap counter? No? Not that we're running that. Still says we have 20 laps of fuel. 10%? Okay. Yeah, which isn't that much. I think we'll be fine to just run the refueling saver. I mean, if you just know everything, like, and you can just math out the optimal strategy, then that's not that fun either. But it would be nice to get a little bit more feedback. Alright, let's do this. Englehart in second place. Ingledew. Where's, Oh, there's Martson. 8th place. Now, how did this start happen here? Felt like one of ours... Did Montero get a good start and then get held up? Actually, she's having a hard time again here. She's up in 16th. Montero does have a... she doesn't have a great overtake stat. So she might have a little bit of a hard time here. The tires are surprisingly cold right now. They just weren't heated that much. Maybe to help with the fact that it's going to be a hot day. Alright, Montero, we're going to pull you back on to neutral right now. Porter can push. He's got better overtake, which is one part of it. And the only thing that they'll change if we overpush his tire is that he'll end up doing soft, medium instead of what? This is pretty much all he's going to do. Passing well, which is good. Montero can't really as much. There's no one right in front of her anyway, so I think her being on normal tire mode is going to be okay. Better forecast center is nice. Yeah, we are seeing things much further ahead. Going to make it much easier for us to plan next time there's a rainy day. Porter's not actually really progressing that far forward. Didn't he start in 11th? Alright, he's up to 10th now, which is great. But he is getting pretty hot in the tire. I think we're going to have to pull this back now. Yeah, Porter had a terrible start. Yeah. Up in the 9th now. Yeah, I don't think he got a lot of value out of the first lap hero, but that often seems to be the case. I think first lap hero is going to be especially nice if you start like on pole position, because then you don't get held up, and then your +4 cornering, braking, etc. just lets you really put a lot of distance in the field. Holy crap, who's that in 10th? Well, now 9th. Ruiz with the dodgy neck. Insane. Montero is actually right in a bit of a pack. Let's see if I can't get you a little more there. Keep an eye on Max's temp. It wouldn't surprise me if it's still going up on yellow here, especially on soft tires. Her overtake is just shit. And it's good that she's got the smoothness, because she's really going to have to depend on being able to overtake people in the pits effectively. Yeah, even on double red, she's not... There's nothing happening and she's losing position. In fact, she might drop down to 17th here in a sec. Alright, just go to neutral. We'll have to make do with more efficient things. Rhea is a fantastic driver, but she can't overtake like Max does. At least not yet. I think that temp is slowly moving up. Which isn't necessarily unmanageable. He's still in such a cluster, I don't think I want to bring it down right now. Whereas she keeps losing position, but we kind of knew that. I'm wondering, actually, let me put her on conserve for a bit. We may be able to go medium to soft if we just baby these tires at this point. Since she's not passing anyone with it anyway, he lost position and his tires are getting warmer. I'm just going to put you on conserve now. Quarter temps are going up. They sure are. She may have been a little more stable on yellow, or at least closer to it. Wouldn't surprise me if it was still heating up, because it is hot and sunny. The track temp must be like 60 degrees. Terrible race, good race so far. Yeah, terrible start, good race so far. He's passing a little bit. Montero's struggling to really get anything happen. I think Ruiz is falling back a little bit more. Yeah, she's down in 10th. Her fitness is a bit rough. And he's closing in again on the person in front of him, which is really nice. No one's really pushing their tires. We're the only ones that are down on conserve, but we probably pushed more for longer to start off with. Yeah, Porter's actually done fairly well, and he's on someone's tail again. He doesn't have a lot of juice left in his tires. I think I still want to stretch it out a little bit here, as much as we can. 20 laps remaining, okay. Porter lap 5. Can we make it to the end of the race on this fuel? It's like, with 5 laps fuel left. No, we can't. In fact, Max... You may not know this, Max, but the rules of the league are such that we actually can't put enough fuel in your car that you can make it to the end without stopping to refuel one time. So, you know, you might just want to chill out there. So he's got 3 more, well, he's got 3 more laps if we drop him down to orange. Now, I think in practice he's going to do 2 laps and then pit on these tires. Yeah, he'll have to refuel twice because we didn't, we really made him fairly light on fuel, which is probably one of the reasons he has gained some places here. I wonder, maybe we do, no, we don't do 3 laps on this. On the softest tire, so the lowest performance band is really bad. No. As soon as he starts complaining about his tire wear, we will box him at that point. Because he's going to lose like 3 to 4 seconds a lap on the lowest performance band on these softest tires. I think we'll do a medium tire for the middle stint, and then at that point we'll know for his final stint whether he can do soft or medium. He needs to do at least one on medium. Might be 2, so we may as well do this one. He's going to complain about his tires any second now. We may want to plan to pit him already. No, I'm going to push him for 1 more regardless. Yeah. Actually, yeah. Even on the red engine mode is going to be fine. Yeah, he's going to do 1 more lap regardless. Wow, Montero just, like, whipped through a corner and then she got held up over here. Actually, Porter's sort of doing the holding up. There you go. There's the tire wear complaint. I'm going to push you for 1 more lap, though. Or am I? No. Should box him now. The tire deg on the softest tire is so bad. Well, it's definitely going to mean ending, well, actually, we should be able to do a medium plus a soft in the end. Yeah, they are long laps. Yeah, that's why there's only 25 laps for the race. Yeah, we'll pit him now. We're going to try to do this one. Again, our engines should support red engine mode. At least the next stint, all red engine mode is going to be fine. Let's plan if... sorry, how many were there left? 17 laps. Do 8 over here. We can push this a little bit. So, I mean, as long as we say do 10 on this, and then we can do 7 over here, that's going to be okay. We'll definitely do a little bit of pushing. So, 10 point times 1.3. I'm just going to go out on a limb and suggest that's probably 13 laps of fuel we need to chuck in this car. I'm actually happy we're pitting him now, because we've got that. Oh! So if we do this, he'll have 13 laps of fuel, which should work out beautifully. Only need 2 seconds saving. I think I'll go balanced. Okay. And we'll bring you out on orange, and then we'll just keep an eye on your temps. Here he comes. We might have been able to do more, but... Yeah, Montero is so awkward her number. The thing is, I know the math supports, generally speaking, running on a softer tire in a more conservative mode is better than running a harder tire on a more aggressive mode. But it's her shit overtaking makes me really want to play the longer game with her. That's why with Max we really can do the multiple stops a little bit more. And yeah, we can keep starting this tire, because our fuel load was going to be fine. We should just be tire limited. If we can make this really stretch out, we can make her do the final stint just on softs, and that'll be nice. Hopefully we can get her into some fresh air after a pit change, because this is really awkward for her. Meanwhile, Max, he's currently down in 19th, but he should be doing pretty good lap times. Other people are going to be coming for their pit soon as well. He just blew by those people like they were standing still, which is nice. Drive fast, leave a sexy corpse. What building improves driver overtake stats? I don't know. There must be one, but I can't think of which one it is. Is it the simulator? Maybe. Montero in 11th. Keep stretching her tires. I'm going to leave you on... I'm going to put you up to neutral. The temp is under control. It is faster. If we end up having to go... We'll see. Game looks on. Oh man, this game is crazy good. Comes on sale all the time too. It's very compelling. My god, Montero's form is a 10. Porter fighting with Ruiz. He's got the dodgy neck. Come on, Max. Oh, shit, his temp. Go to conserve for a sec. Yeah, I should have just left it on yellow, because yellow's still going to climb. It would have been better balance, I think, to do something like that. I don't know. Try to give him a little bit more temp space here. Ooh. They also having to do some mechanical repairs. Also going in with some really shit tire. Very shit tires. Montero currently sitting in 7th. And has a few more laps in here. So on the medium, the cliff is 5%. Not only that, but the lowest performance band is going to come later in the percentage. And it's less of a drop-off. So we're really going to push our tires quite a bit here. Overtaking ability is increased by test track! Aha! Which we do have. I think it's also used for one of the parts. My god, she's just in a train all the time. Although I guess I could back up her her tires a little bit, like put her on conserve for a little while. Actual backup. Oh, no, there we go. Now she's been released. Finally. Meanwhile, Porter's still sort of a bit in the thick of things, but I can't give him any more tire because he is really high up on the temp. So we do have to babysit Montero because we have to be on top of her pit stop when it comes due. We're good for now. I think the test track might improve engines. I'm not sure what. The test track improves, like most of the buildings improve one part and a couple of driver stats. And we have at least the base level building of everything, other than the R factory, which we need like level 4 design, level 4 factory or something like that, and it just makes extra money. But we have all the parts that give skill, all the buildings that give skill and are used for parts. We have at least the base level version of them all. We've built all the buildings, we just haven't necessarily upgraded all the buildings. I think I'd like to do 2 more laps with Montero here. Let me go to conserve just because the temp... Thing is, Porter here, his temp is not really dropping on conserve. Explains why there's some people that are like double blue over here with Mikhailovic. Road Factory is level 3 factory and design. 4 is both theme parks. Right, there you go. Road Factory and theme park. I don't have either one of those two. There you go. So now she just entered her lowest performance band on the tires. We're going to make her do one more lap. At least. She's got fuel for 2. Don't worry, dude. I gotcha. Okay, so there she just went past the pit. We check now. 11 laps remaining. Maybe on the softs. Thing is, she can do another lap on the mediums without hitting the cliff. So, I think she will. I'm going to drop her down to... Well, she's going to do this one for sure. But then one more. She's not pitting on the next one. So, she's going to do 2 laps. Well, 1.75 laps or so. So, I'm just going to bring her down to the orange engine mode to make sure everything's okay. We're going to keep her on conserve, and that's going to be fine. Part reliability is looking groovy. And groovy. He might. I don't think Porter's going to finish his last stint all on red. The engine's a little lower than Montero, and Montero's going to do a little bit on orange as is, so that's going to be okay. Yeah, if we do a short pit stop with her, it could be very good. So we're not going to pit this lap. We're not going to hit the cliff. We're already in the lower performance band, which on the mediums isn't all that different from the medium performance band anyway. There's her blowing by the pit stop. Now we're going to pit. So we are going to pit for softs. 10 laps remaining. That's going to be great. We're going to run her... I think we can run her on red for the rest of it. So we're going to want 13 laps of fuel for her. Which we're going to do this. Pit strategy would save 2 seconds. I'm going to say 2 seconds might be within the margin that we're going to stay unbalanced here. I think it might still be slightly plus EV, but I think it could really screw us out of the points. Whereas with balanced, I think we're going to end up in the points regardless. I don't think we have to YOLO on fast here. Currently leading the race, but she hasn't pitted yet, so something like that. I'm going to put you on yellow for the tire. Well, fuel, but she's going to be fine. She's got a full, yeah. Going to be A-okay. You are going to go to orange mode here, because you actually have a surprising amount of tire left. I guess because we're playing on conserve. This will give you enough fuel for 3 more laps. I think I think Porter's going to do his final stint on softs as well. Then IndyCar, she would have gotten some points. Why would she have gotten points? For leading the race at any point? We'll do pitting for repairs. Okay, so she's coming out. She's got enough fuel to run the rest of the race on overtake mode. We're going to leave her on neutral for her tires. We'll probably still have to go to conserve at some point, just because I think the heat will creep up, but slowly. And I think this is going to be the most efficient way to get used to that tires. Because otherwise, if we put on orange or red right away, we're just going to have to go to conserve that much faster. So I think overall we'll get a lot more tire value just running on neutral. She's coming out in 5th. Ooh, hanging up, holding up the person in 6th over here. Porter coming through as well. We're not going to team orders because it would slow her down for the 2 cars over there. So Porter's going to have to get through on his own here. I don't have a lot of temp to play with here, Max. You got to do the overtake right away or not at all. I guess you chose not at all. Okay. Now, if we were to pit you now, Max, you would have 9 laps remaining. Your tires, you do 8 to 10 on the softs, yeah. So I want you to do 1 more lap on the mediums, and then I'll pit you for softs. Yeah, she's been on a 10, like, all day. She's been in, like, top-notch form, getting all her stats. Great value there. And she's still not great at overtaking, but her speed, especially with clear air in front of her like this, she's going to do fairly well, most likely. There we go. Did manage. And a little bit more. I mean, Max is going to pit soon, so if he's held up a little, it's not the end of the world. But, no, he did pull that off, which is fantastic. Is it just me, or was there a car running backwards? No, there must have been some graphic thing going on. But I swear I could see a car going backwards. Maybe there's a car just going really slow. It looked like they were moving backwards. Okay, so Max is going to have to pit on this one. because of fuel for no matter nothing else. So we'll put you up over here. We will pit you. So there's going to be 8 laps remaining, which theoretically you can do on the softs. How's your engine? Okay, I'm going to suggest you'll be able to finish the race in red engine mode. So we need 10.4 laps of fuel. I think I'll just bring you up 10. Because the condition might not support nothing but red engine mode. So this way we can do some red, some orange. I don't think we're going to do any parts fixing. We can save 3 seconds on fast, so we're going to do that. Especially he's right now, like after pitting, he won't be in the sponsor objective / points, but a little YOLO might be okay there, and other people are still going to be pitting, so we'll take the risk with him, and I think that's going to be all right. So double check, 8 laps remaining after refueling. He's going to have 10 laps of fuel, which is going to be great. We'll have the softs. All right, I'm happy with this. Rah rah, Ronnie Rhea. What's the Ronnie part? Just part of the champ? I mean, her name is Rhea, that's true. But I don't know where the Rah Rah Ronnie comes into play. Yeah, you're going to stay on orange for now. Orange yellow over here is going to be fine. Oh, yeah, now, well, you're not getting a boost anyway. It doesn't matter. Just run on yellow. It makes no difference, buddy, because you're finishing the tires right now. Ronnie, female form of Raja. Oh! Yeah, we can't... We've tried some, like, YOLO fastest laps before. We don't really have the car to accomplish it. And Porter's not so far out of the points that he's, you know, doomed to not get them. So I kind of like the idea that we're playing a strategy that could still enable him to get points. Depending on how things go with other pit stops. Of course we're going to get a mistake. Of course. Oh my god, that was a 4.7... Oh no, there we go. Well, still. So, well, okay. The faster pit stop was 3 seconds faster. So really the mistake only cost us 0.859 seconds. And most of the time we don't get a mistake. So you can see why it's like plus EV to do it. We're going to keep him on yellow engine mode. He can red engine for now. At some point we will go and orange him, and then we'll start doing some lap math as well. Speaking of lap math, we're going to do that on Rhea here. As she comes through the start-finish. 7 laps remaining. 7 times 1.3 is equal to 9.1 laps worth of fuel, which she doesn't quite have. She's short one lap on red, so she'll do 1 lap on orange. So we'll have to keep an eye on this, but for now we are okay with this. How's your engine? Yeah, well, we know we're going to do some of it on orange. Maybe I'll put you down to orange right now, actually. Babysit that. We got to do at least 2 laps on orange, I think, for Max. We'll do that now, and we'll take a look at his engine. What about her engine? She's at 30% as well. Yeah, it's a little rough. I don't think it's going to be like last race where we finished with 4% engine. But it could be. Okay, still 30%. Yeah, Montero's in 3rd. She's not stopping anymore. La Paglia, thing is, with 5.5 laps left, these softs aren't going to last. I'm not even sure Partanen's mediums are going to last. I think they're both cruising for a second pit. Lundqvist, who's behind us, is obviously pitting again. All the ones at the bottom here have pitted twice. Montero's in great shape for what's coming. We are going to flip her to conserve here. She is going through the tires and temp's getting high as well. Engine still 30%. Engine still 33 over here. Let me put you back on overtake mode for a second there, Maxi boy. Okay, there's another lap done. 5 laps remaining. Engine still in good position. Fuel's okay. Max, ooh, PB first and second sector. No purples. Personal best, all 3. Engine still at 33. Engine's down to 29% over here. All right, I'm going to flip her to high engine mode and stop there. Entering the red doesn't ruin things. It just, you drop condition twice as fast. So it does go pretty quickly. Oh, shit. Speaking of. Didn't I just check him 2 seconds ago? I know they're complaining about power, but as far as I can tell, I don't think it actually does anything until, like, they hit 0. Hopefully that is true. Put you back to neutral tire mode. Okay, we'll run you both in yellow for a second here. First place is pitting. Go back to conserve. Conserve, especially with these yellow tires, they will hit that lower performance band and really lose a lot. I think we'd save I think we're going to save time by delaying entering the lowest performance band here. It's going to be a little tight on performance on these tires, actually. We might just do the rest of the race on conserve. Probably no one is going to... 9.5 seconds and closing... Yeah, we could go even safer. I think... No, we're fine. We don't have that many laps left. I think on orange mode, we're going to be A-okay. Using first. And second place still has the pit. You know what? Maybe we do go way safer. So it's the gap to Partanen, because they did pit, and they're on yellows. So this is the gap we're concerned about. They are closing. All right, we'll put you on medium so you can finish the race as a backup. Partanen, and the thing is, luckily, Zarat is going to slow them down until they go into pit. If they pit. They actually might be looking to finish, which is going to hose their performance and maybe hold up Partanen even more. No, we are good here. I think Montero is not only going to podium, final lap. I think she's going to win. Maxi boy. I mean, you're not even on your last lap yet. Yeah, I'll just leave you for the finish. Holy shit. Like, got lazy and lost 4. Yeah, she's no longer a 10. It's a 9.4 now. Making a note here. Huge success. But guys, we never do well when we one-stop. This race for Montero was like 100% it was going to be a one-stop. The risky thing would have been one-stopping for soft. But the medium into soft, perfect. This one's for you, Quill18. Yeah! Yeah, there you go. At least you'll defend your 16th place. That's really good. Get in there, Rhea! And other F1 memes. That sucked. Sorry, Max. That was rough. I'm surprised how badly it went for you, Max. I'm actually really surprised. I think the problem, Max actually was really held up at the start of the race. He could not get past people. We could have potentially got Max on a one-stopper, but I'm not convinced it would have worked out for him because he would have to like be so conservative with his tires to make it stretch to a one-stop. I think what would have been better is, and we will do this, well, it depends. It's so hard to know going into the race how the stints are going to be and what tires are going to be used, but it might have been better to give him the thing that gives the rear wing that gets more performance on soft tires. On the other hand, you know, Rhea won the race, so maybe she needed it. Well, the bonus payment is fixed. It's just coming in 7th and above. Maritson! Cheating! Oh, I didn't release you from the team to do that kind of stuff. Look at this. Rhea gained 15 places. 15 places! Samuel Blanc did pretty well at 14, but it's no 15 places. Meanwhile, Max lost 5. No, that is awful. That is god-awful. Oh, right. I offer her bonus payouts. That's right, because she did come in first. I think it's like 100 grand. I think that was like the most I could offer her. And you know what? That's fine. Like, go nuts, man. Dust went from pole to 17th. They also got a really early mechanical problem. They had to pit for repairs early on. So, Chairman's going to be happy. Marketability is going to go up. He lost a bunch of morale, unfortunately. That does suck. And lost a bunch of mechanic relationship. Maybe because there was an error? Could be. True. I guess the drivers includes the bonus? There you go. Race bonus of first or above. She got an extra $24,000. This is how low her her contract, how small her contract is. I mean, we hired her on as a reserve. She had like 1.5 stars or something when we recruited her. Ooh, it's going to be raining in Vancouver. That's going to be fun. Which, well, you know what? Rhea just won, so I'm going to tell her. Oh, no, I should have said Max is better because he could use a morale boost. But hey, she just won. The min-max thing would have been to say Max there. But let's be serious. Those are good stats, but I don't like the low stamina. You come with the built-in mistake chance. I don't want that. I definitely don't want you either. You can't tire, and you can jack, but you're not great at it. Whereas you're 15 tire, you don't have great refuel or fixing, but that's actually pretty handy, and that's a lot of stamina. Congratulations, you're on the team. You can't do the jacks. You're not as good on the tire thing. I'm going to reject you. I'm wondering about this one. 13 and 14. The thing is, we have good jackers. We really need more overlap with the tires. No. No, 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 no. I'm going to do this, and then we'll have to go and fix some things. Does anyone have any built-in mistakes chance? Okay, right now we're clear there. Not fully rested. Do we have anyone who's fully rested that could be brought in? This one at 86 is actually pretty good, especially on the rear jack at 19. Okay, let's do that. Now, so you're still good at 95. You've got the 17 tire. The fixing doesn't matter so much. I'm going to replace this one in the back, who's 5 shy of full stamina and doesn't have that much tire stuff anyway. That's going to be okay. For the front jack, is there anyone? That's probably fine-ish. He takes back in the front. Yeah. Some of these people... Oh, over here, no. You've gotten swapped out. Yeah, this is the one with the 2 brutal mistakes. And you shouldn't be making those mistakes. I still don't think we're going to be renewing your contract when it comes up. Yeah, we'd be better off... Any chance one of the front tire people is better at the refueling? Well, probably. At the very least, Dunn's is. And we don't really care about the fixing. 17 refuel. Why is it saying pit time 31 seconds? Nearly 32 seconds pit time? What? For a full refuel, I guess. I don't want to bring you in. I guess that's for a full tank. I'm just not used to seeing that number. Anyway, I think it's still fine. Okay, wait for some repairs to finish. And we're about to get a rear wing. Now, I think this is a super ultra illegal rear wing that I've designed here. No? No, but it came in with like 0 reliability. Okay. We could ignore it and just do this. Still early in the season, I'm wondering about going to super illegal. Okay, what are our worst parts here? It is our braking is the worst thing. Oh, that doesn't actually advance us. Oh, it's because I can't do epic parts, that's why. I think this is the one we just did, or something very similar to this. I guess I can do that. That's unlocked regardless. $647 with a cap of 702. Yeah, this is better because I think it random something. Oh, wait. Sorry, I forgot. That was a break I was looking for with looking at with those numbers, right? 702 cap, so that's basically... I don't know. Yeah. Hmm. I'm wondering, since we don't really care about our placement this season, because we're not going to win yet, do we just invest in the future by just generating massive illegal parts to carry forward? And HQ upgrades, maybe. One legal break and then illegal. Maybe that's the way to go. I mean, we have a good and a great break already. I think we either save money for buildings or we save money for like kick-ass like baseline chassis, or I don't think we design any more parts we're going to use. But we may go and YOLO some illegal parts. Now, we're still sort of working to fix some of the current ones. We might want a little bit more engine reliability. Drop you and this. If we can get to 100% engines, that's going to be good. Yeah, equal payout. Placement doesn't matter, other than, it's good for this. I'm not really going to design more parts that need reliability work, although we've got a few that aren't done yet. Okay, I'll do it this way. And $767 cap breaks. We're not going to use this one. But we can improve them like crazy for next year. Why make one illegal part when you can make two? Well, I mean... Oh, that is interesting to consider. $727. I mean, it's a lot lower, but we'd get two of them. Nice thing about this is there's no cost whatsoever to this. We'd save a lot of money. You know what? Actually, I think I am going to do this. Well, two parts means that I would have two parts ready to go next year. Now, you're right. The next part I make would be better. And I guess when you make a part, it uses the base stat of your current best one coming into the season. Maybe we don't need two. Maybe we just want one as good as possible to build as a base. Oh, the risk is a risk to get caught with an illegal part and getting disqualified. Maybe I will just make this one as crazy as possible. I'm not planning on making another illegal break. Either it's going to be one illegal break. So either I'm going to make one that's crazy insane or a pair of them, which are slightly less crazy insane. The advantage of doing this is I could just start using these next season right out of the box, but with a 727 cap. Yeah. But I'm not going to be able to get there. It is really interesting, though, because this would be free, and I could use it without unlocking these parts. Is this going to advance my knowledge? Okay, let's build this. And we might turn out that we can make something that looks really illegal but isn't. We're going to force India this. Or not force India. Racing Point. Okay. We don't have a lot of cash left. Although we are turning a profit in the races. Bunch of drivers. Oh, there's a politics vote about weight stripping. Interesting. Okay, so if we were to go back into brakes, and I went with something like this, like that, like that. Nope. It did not lead to the next thing. Maybe if I'd added this. I don't know if that would have let me unlock a legendary. But since I can't do this, I'm not going to design another brake. Look on the right side, big part indicator. I mean, do you mean this thing? Or the knowledge over here? It's not the missing. It's not the building, because if you look at the brake, we don't have the building for the epic part. It doesn't matter. You don't need the building to use this. You only get an N+1 slot if you design a part with the level N slot, and that's what I thought. That's why I thought we probably weren't going to get it. Because I would have actually needed to include something epic. So if we'd done the pair, I think that would have counted to increase it. But that's okay. So kind of looking to just keep generating more illegal parts here. Because we still have to go and improve their numbers to the max. We'll do this and see what it does for us. This does not, it's not the base performance, so it's not going to carry over. Neither will this. I could this, so it gives us improvability, but maybe I'll random a great. See how that works. I know we don't have any money. That's okay. We can go into the red a little bit. It's going to be fine. Max Porter was caught speeding, increasing his marketability. They want to vote to remove weight stripping. You know, I don't really care one way or another. I think I prefer to have it, but I don't think I'm going to use my voting power for it. I'm going to save my voting power for something that's, like, critically more important. And abstain. We're going to remove weight stripping. Okay, well, that's interesting. %40 chance of rain on Sunday. So if there's going to be anything, it's probably going to be no worse than inters. All right. Reliability work complete. Fine, you're going to go over there. Not going to reliability work this stuff. Probably throw in the front wings. You want to improve the performance of... start working on performance of illegal part, because that does carry over to the next season. We've actually been fine with the gearbox. Is that we can't weight strip this, so the gearbox at 80% is going to be 100% fine. I'll do this, I suppose. Performance a little bit more important. That's a good question. Still need to find... We don't really have a problem, though. It's the tire situation. 12-12 tire guy. That's a little better. Not a world of difference, but it's something. 7th and above, we're going to take that again. What's the... Heavy rain they're saying. Interesting. We were getting a forecast of 40%, we'll see. 46 laps with high tire wear. That is going to be a multi-stopper. Now, I don't know if there's any optimization there to be had with these, because the problem is, until we know what the actual tire numbers are, we don't know who will benefit the most from this. Are they soft tires this race at least? Yeah, ultra softs and softs. So the front wing with the plus 50 performance is going to come into huge effect here. I don't think there's an optimal one way or another, because they're both going to run on all these regardless. And you know what? Rhea did well last time. We'll leave her with what I think will be the better pick there. We're definitely going to switch to these rear wings. Give the better one to him to balance it out, and we'll run that. And that's going to be okay. Yeah, they're going to be short, quick laps. All right, let's go. We're in Vancouver. 9 to 11 laps on Porter for ultras, probably. He's going to be like 6 to 8 on ultras. Well, I mean, they are short laps, but didn't it say higher tire wear too? No, it is 8 to 10. All right, I'm impressed. 46 laps? Hell, it's going to be a lot of stops. Because even 4 stints on super softs for Max probably in practice brings him to around 44. Maybe he can stretch a little. Oh my god. Might be 4 stopper with 5 stints, yeah. We'll probably primarily work on the supers, and then we'll sneak in an ultra soft at the end, maybe. We don't know how the math will work out because there's so much. I think we can expect... We might just run all 5 super softs. Now, we're going to run a couple of ultras during qualifying. We have to practice on a tire, though. I think it's probably reasonable to expect with Max, we'll burn through one of the super softs in practice. And if it is going to be a 4-stop/5 stint for Max, it's going to be 4 supers and an ultra. He might just be able to make do on 4 supers, depending on how much he pushes. And then there's the pit thing as well. Yeah, you're right. The pit lane is like a third of the track by itself. Each pit is incredibly painful then, because as a proportion of each lap you do, the pit is so much more painful here than if it's a really, really long track. Although you'd have fewer laps, so, I mean, maybe it's a wash in the end. Okay, we're definitely going to practice on the super softs, because we're clearly going to be running on them a lot, and we do need that knowledge. But, oof! Okay. Oh, yeah, how does it look for the others? Maybe I'll leave the downforce sort of where it is and assume we're going to be moving left on that. Handling could end up being to the right, but it's fairly unlikely. I think I might leave the handling where they both are and assume we're going to move left. The speed balance clearly has to change. What I'm going to do is just bring the speed balance to just within the edge over there. And then we'll do the same thing here where we bring it, well, leave it there. I mean, it's not going to be over here because it's not going to be to the right on him. Maybe I'll leave it here, then we know for sure we're moving to the left. I think we're going to start with this. It is surprisingly hot. Depending on how much moisture there's actually going to be on a race day, it's going to be hot. These tires are going to get smoky. Which is probably good-ish, because it means, well, we're not going to be able to push the tires, but that increases the odds then that Max might just be able to do 3 stops, so 4 stints on the supers. I think that's going to be that. All right, let's strip some weight here. I'm going to keep 80% here. Drop you down to 70%. I'll do it 78 over here. It's going to be okay. 70 over here. Leave that. Well, apparently I'm being okay with 78% for something. 74 there. 80. 70. Something kind of like this. What's the lap length on the wet slash inters? So 15 to 17. Well, that's on Montero, so less on him. So it's still going to be a lot of stops. Rain or no rain. All right, let's go. We definitely are going to go for the qualifying trim knowledge. That's still the case. Go, go, go. And same thing here. Okay. And bring in. The field currently split between the supers and the ultras. Hey, handling is purple right away. That's insane. Downforce is poor. I mean, there's a chance it's over here, but that's pretty unlikely. So we're going to move it fairly far that way. Speed balance is only okay. Now, I think the speed balance is going to be on the short side. Do something like that, and then I'll just bring the balance. We know where the purple handling is, so it's not so we don't need to stake onto it, but I think that's going to be an okay way to start. So let's go and do a little bit of this, and then we purple the speed balance on Porter. Why quality trim knowledge? Because we're almost certainly going to be running the entire race on super softs, so we're going to want the super soft knowledge, and then we're going to want the mechanics pit stop bonuses, because there's clearly going to be a lot of pits. So we're going to want that. So we're not going to use the race trim. And during quali, we don't have anything to use for it, so we may as well go ahead and have that available. We're very poor on downforce, so we clearly have to go quite far for that. I'm going to try not to overshoot too much. Speed balance is going to end up somewhere there. The handling... want it... Whatever. We'll try that. I don't remember what side. Oh, we were supposed to move left, I think. The handling. Oh, well. Montero, we had poor downforce. You're now good. We don't know if great is slight to the left or slight to the right. We see what happens if we do this. Speed balance is currently great. Was okay there. It's going to get nudged a little bit, so we'll see what that does for this. But mostly we're chasing the downforce numbers. Come back out. The downforce was very poor. Is now good. We'll give you a little bit more of that as well. That much. Well, actually, we don't even have the great yet, so maybe that much. Handling was good, is now okay. So yeah, the handling was supposed to go to the left. We're going to do that and bring the speed balance back into whack. That might be too far, because we were good. Yeah, maybe something more like this. Okay. I think we're going to be very close on that. We'll bring them each in again. Martin getting some fastest laps. I mean, he's on the ultras. 56 seconds. This is going to be like, what is it they just announced? Is it, they're going to do 2 in Bahrain? Oh. And the second one is going to be on this lap that they're like predicting maybe sub 55-second lap times. 95's not bad. I think what I'll do here is I'll just, not so much the front, or rear. I'm going to tweak the speed balance a little. Bring this back in, something like this. So these two will both be slightly off of where they are. We'll see if we end up with the 96, or maybe we'll end up with the 94, but we'll mostly stick with that. You can just go and basically be done. So that's Montero handled. Porter, ooh. 97%, good enough. Let's go ahead and just stick you out. Try to get a little bit more quality trim knowledge. But yeah, they have vastly different feedback stats. Vastly different feedback stats. Porter's got really good feedback. He actually develops knowledge very quickly. And Montero has like a 4. I think he's got a 16, she's got a 4. If we were still running with Marts in here, we'd have, like, level 3 knowledge in both really easy. Oh, we might actually get it this time. I was going to say, they're going to in-lap over here. I'm going to have to very quickly just tell you, get right back out there on more quality stints. And same thing here. I'm not going to make any adjustments because it's very time-sensitive here. Don't want you to do anything other than refuel. And try to finish our knowledge. I think we might get double level 3. Which is kind of amazing. Bam! Was not expecting that. Ferrari would go down in history first time lap twice. At that place, there's a very good chance. It's so short. And Mercedes is just still so sick. Yeah. Mostly I'm worried about, like, when Ferrari goes to Monza and, like, they get, like, executed by the Italian crowd. Wait, no, there's no crowd. Oh, they're so lucky. Okay, good for them. Think they get knowledge per lap so it's easier in short tracks? Oh, maybe. I mean, it kind of makes sense, right? Because you're looking to get knowledge for every corner. It does kind of make sense. So the super soft tire knowledge isn't going to matter here because we're going to do quality on the ultras. That's going to be fine. We end up with a 97% over there. End up with a 97% over here. That's good too. We'll take qualifying where we set it on auto. Go out immediately. Auto, yeah. Set it in the things. Delay. Try to get as much track grip as possible for right at the very end. Try throughout, that's good. P2, P3. Well, okay, most people haven't run yet. But that's still not bad. So, I mean, it's less than a minute for the thing. If we come out, if we do the tire swap with like a minute 15 left, we'll probably be okay. Maybe I'll do like 130 and 115. Weather's still good? Yep. Track grip going up. We actually might be able to sneak in a better qualifying here at the end. Hang on. Just wait for it. Just wait. Alright. Fresh ultras. Go. A little bit of a gap. Fresh ultras. Go. For outlap, as long as they get to the start-finish line before the timer runs out, which they did with time to spare, they can go and do their final hot lap. Currently in 12th and 13th. Lots of extra grip. Porter improved. Montero did not. Okay, 10th and 13th. No sponsor objective. Knowledge carryover next season? No. Because it's based on your current chassis and temperature and weather conditions and all that kind of stuff. Still, I mean, a better start position than last race, I think. So, we're going to run super softs and the tire changes, because there's going to be a lot of that. And we're going to run super softs and faster refueling, because I think there's going to be a hell of a lot of this. Hell of a lot. Well, we're definitely because we don't know if you can run ultra softs. We're going to start you on supers. We might be able to sneak in ultras at the end. It would be nice to give him the softest tires at the start to help him with the overtakes, but we're going to do this. Now, this tire is going to last 11 to 13 laps. Let's do something like give him a 12-lap buffer. We'll give us some more flexibility, especially depending on what the weather does, which right now there's nothing on the cards. So if we have him go with like 16 laps worth of fuel, the math says this is fastest. And the weather looks clear, a little cooler, which is going to be actually a little bit more gentle on these tires. So there's going to be something there. Can't do a 4-star. I mean, if he gets 12 out of each one of these, that's never going to happen, is it? I mean, maybe he could. If he never, ever, ever, ever pushed, and we ran him, like, just shy of the cliff, because it's 15% cliff on super softs. You never want to hit that. I don't know. It might be possible, but you're right. He's going to 4-stop, or 5-stint. So he's definitely going to do a stint on ultras, isn't he? The wets and inters are longer. But currently, we don't have anything in there. If it is going to rain later, then we're definitely going to be able to save one stop. It's got to be a 4-stop, isn't it? Page, that's sick. So if it's going to be a 4-stop, we may as well start him on the ultras. YOLO. Which means we can strip a little bit more gas out of here as well. What I'll do, again, to give us a little bit more flexibility... no, there's no way. We'll do 12 laps of fuel, because if it did 10, it'd be 13 if he's doing it all on red. But that's never going to happen. We'll do 12 anyway. At least, I mean, we're carrying a little extra fuel, maybe than we need, but at least the fueling itself is free. So, it should be okay. Alright, that's you. Now, Montero's much more interesting. So, a 3-stint, unless you went super conservative, isn't really in the cards for her. I think it's going to be a 4-stint for 3 stops. In which case, we can at least start her on the Ultra Sauce. Whether she's going to be able to do 2 on Ultras, we've yet to know. But she could do 1 Ultra and then 3 of these guys. That's 28, 32, 42... 28.56. What are we, 46 laps? These two, we'll call them... Okay, let's say... Well, 25 is pretty... I don't know. If it was 15 to 15, that's 30, that's 45. And that's assuming she gets 15, which is pretty hard to imagine. I think she's 3 stops. Depending on how it goes, if there's rain or whatever, maybe there ends up 2 Ultra stops. But I think it means, no matter what, we can safely start her on Ultras. And then potentially finish the rest on Supers. But she can definitely start on Ultras. And for her, refueling is going to be less costly. So we definitely want to be, like, tight with the fuel. We can probably assume she'll do 10. Especially if it's hot, so we can't really push the tires. So we'll put 13 laps worth of fuel in here. Well, and that's an interesting question. Would it be better to put the softest tire on at the end? So the softest at the start is better because it's tight and there's a lot of overtaking. And so every possible advantage you could have in the initial overtake at the start is going to be good. On the other hand, if we say she can't overtake anyway, so who cares, then maybe it's best saving the Ultra for the end when she might have some clear air and she can make up a few seconds. I'm going to start her on the Ultras. It is going to be a 3-stop for her regardless. The only question is whether she starts on the Supers or the Ultras. Maybe we just accept that she's never going to pass anyone at the start, and we just start her out in Supers regardless. And if it turns out we've got rain a lot earlier than expected, although it doesn't look at it, it might be able to convert into a 2-stop with the wets, but... I want to start her on the Ultras. I think the fact that we're going back and forth in the chat means that it's a very marginal difference between the two, so purple looks cooler. If it rains near the end, saving for the end might mean she never gets to use the Ultras, and there's that too. Exactly. We already stripped the weight. We're good to go. Even if she can't overtake, she can still use the better tires at the start to defend against overtake when things are hairy. Field is very split in terms of tires. Oh, opposite direction of what I expected. Porter, I think, started in 10th, so he made up a place right away, right? Montero making some places up as well. And yeah, so she might just be defending with her better tires here. And the temp is on the cooler side. Doesn't mean we can push a little bit more than we maybe thought possible. Montero might make a little bit more. Ah, she got blocked in. Oh, she got around the outside. She went on the grass to pass. Oh, wow. And maybe continuing to push a little bit more. Porter, still having a bit of a hard time. This is race number 2. We started with Aurora 4X, Itsid. So you're here for most of the Motorsport Manager. All right, tire temps and everything are good. We know we're good on the red fuel target right now. We're at 7th. There's going to be so many pit stops. Oh my God, Max! Oh, and then he gets boxed in by Who's this asshole? Excuse me, I mean this asshole. Well, we're in 6th, 5th, so it must be 4th. Ingledew! Why don't you go and crash? Or have illegal parts? Whatever it is, just get the hell out of my way. Montero making up the places. Here we are talking about her, her lack of overtake. Meanwhile, what is happening? Alright, temps are getting a little higher. I'm gonna go and drop you both down to orange for a little bit, since things are still intense. Montero's ahead! Oh my god. She was ahead of Max for a second. Ria was ahead of Max for a second. And that's 3 wide! With Ria coming out ahead! What is happening? What is this world? I love it so much. I love it so much. Alright, temps are continuing to increase on both. We're going to drop these tire modes a little bit more, which everyone else has done as well. Montero just with another overtake! And actually, Max might sneak in with the window shooting. Oh, he locked up for a second. Did you see a puff of clouds? Yeah, locked up down here. So he lost a little bit of time in that corner. It's not going to stop him. Oh! How are we doing this? The problem is, there's just, with so many pit stops, and there is going to be rain. There is going to be rain starting around lap 23. It's a while away still. I'm not sure exactly how that's going to factor into all of our math. But there's definitely going to be math involved. Max is definitely going to be pitting 1 lap sooner because he's harder on his tires. In fact, the tires are still getting hot. I think I'm going to have to drop them both down to conserve. Otherwise, we're going to lose probably a lap worth of life out of these guys, which is no good. Numbers will exist. Oof. Alright, so what will happen when we're bringing in Max, we'll take a look at the weather and see where it is. I suspect what we're going to be trying to do with Max is putting him on super softs and hoping to keep him out there until the rain starts. But I'm honestly worried that Max might not be able to do it. Where if we started him on super softs, it would have been okay. The problem is the rain was just out of range of our preview here. Because I think he would have done 2 stints on super softs perfectly lined up for the rain. I think Montero is going to be okay. I think she's going to ultra into... Honestly, she might ultra into ultras. Powerware's pretty bad. He's hitting his lowest performance band. But I can't swap you. What the hell did you just do? Did you just cut a corner? No action taken. Uh-huh. Okay. We think it's going to start on lap 23. It's really lap 24. Now, it's hard because they're not... Each block here is actually 5 laps, but anyway, it's going to be somewhere around there. Somewhere around lap 23 or 24 is when we're going to want our intermediate. We might even need wets. We don't know that yet. He's not going to be able to do it. Like, if he pits... I'm not pitting him right now. He actually won't be able to make to the rain. Like, even if he lasts on these ultras for 2 more laps, which isn't going to happen, he's not going to make it to the rain on the super softs. If he had 3 fresh ultras, I'd pit him next lap for ultras, and then pit him again in like 7 laps for more ultras, and then switch him to intermediates or something. He needs to, like, really stretch this tire. Yeah. I think we need to conserve his ultras for a little... It's going to be tough. It's a short lap, so it's going to be hard to see exactly where it is. The ultras... Oh, shit. The ultras have a cliff at 20%. And we cannot drive on that. I think we'll just go to conserve. And I think that's as good as it's going to get. Even with the backup, there's no way. The pit lane's coming up now. He needs to pit now. Shit. Yeah, we might use we're definitely going to supers now, and then we're going to reevaluate. Oh, I have another fresh ultra. Oh no, we're going to be... Yeah, no. He's got to go like 14, 15 laps before the... I think he's just going to go super and ultra, and then we'll just push his tires a bit more. Or we could go ultras to use ultras. That's possible. Maybe we'll just pit for ultras now, and then we'll see where we're at. He has to pit now. That is true. There's no getting around that. We're gonna pit him for like 10-ish laps of fuel, which is about the most he can do. Tell you what, we'll go 11 because we need to make sure to really get everything out of his tire. And we're gonna have him drive around just in yellow mode for his tires. Oh my god, this is so brutal. Yeah, he did 7. Well, on the 8 to 10, he did 7, but that's because he was pushing for a bunch of it. Oh, this is rough. I don't like the way this has worked out, but I don't think we've got a choice here. I don't like the way this worked at all. Montero's in 6, like, as is, and a bunch of the field's going to have to pit. I mean, she's going to have to pit relatively soon, too, but we are going to try to push her. Maybe I should have just done one qualifying stint. Save the ultras. In hindsight. In hindsight. In butt vision. Okay, you got 10% tire left. Mortson doing bonkers on the supers. Lots of pitting about to happen. Okay, we got 6%. Here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna attack. Well, that might be a little... You're definitely coming in now. So, you can ride these out to the rain, yes? Lap 9. So you have to do 14, about 15 laps on this, which is going to be okay. Yeah, pit time. Oh, yeah. 15 laps we want to do. So we need about 19.5 laps of fuel. I'll do this. You do fuel a little faster. Your engine condition's fine. No, I'll bring you up to 20. It's going to be okay. Then you can just race in the red the whole time. 3-second saving. I think that's going to be worthwhile. Hopefully she doesn't hit the cliff on orange here. Yeah, she might. A short lap, but it does go quickly. Yeah. She might just barely hit the cliff. 22. I think she will. But just barely. I don't know if 20 is the cliff or 19. Like, I don't know if you have to go below the number. Alright, she's going to enter. This is the craziest race. These ultra soft tires. Oh, fucking mistake. Some of these percentage chances are lying to us here, you guys. 2 mistakes?! %, cliffs into 20. Okay, so as soon as it says 20%, you are hitting the cliff. That? I've never seen that. That is really disappointing. Hey, Baron Ortega, thank you very much. Hey, Quill, I have been really enjoying watching this on the UpTubs. Really enjoyed the Railway Empire stuff. Do any plans to return to Mashinki at some point? Has it come a long way recently? I would love to. I can't get enough of train stuff, so... XCOM percentages. Yeah, I would like to take another crack at that, actually. And I know there's another transporty kind of game that's out there. That was such a bad pit stop from Montero. And then Porter, I mean... A little push here. See if we can get pods. He's closing. The corner, can take the inside, get past Ingledew. So since I pushed this, you know what? I'll just push him a little more on the tire, and we'll just assume we're switching him to the Super Softs as opposed to the Warren Ultra. Back to this point, he's got to do 11 more laps, maybe 12. Oh, shit! Yeah, no, we're good, we're good. Everything's fine. Stretch out your stint a little bit more. No, the tire's gonna go before the... So he's got 2 more laps worth of fuel. Hold on, could you do 3? You'd have to use no more than 5% of your tire every lap. You might be able to do 3, actually. Is it 36%-ish? No. One more lap. There you go, and that's going to be fine. We're going to put you on yellow. You're going to stick on the red. That's going to be fine. Okay, so what you're going to do now is you are going to be pitting for the Super Softs. You're going to have to try to make them last, man. I think we will need full wets, which is unfortunate, because he's going to be pitting on the cusp of the start, where it would really still be interweather. But yeah. Montero should be fine. I say that. Actually, I'm going to bring her down to orange mode for her engines. I just have to push her stint a little bit, especially since I don't want to double stack, right? I was going to say, why is his tire so... I actually didn't expect him to get that deep into the cliff. Part of me is like, did I forget to pit him? That's pretty rough, but... What's her adaptability? That's a great question, and I don't think you can check her stats mid-race. Because that would be really important to know some of the tire stuff. Adaptability increases the range at which slicks are fine in a little bit of moisture, and intermediates are fine when things are really bad. The thing is, I don't know. It's full wets at the end. No, it's definitely going to be intermediates first. It's not going to need full wets until, like, lap 30. Maybe 30, 32, maybe 34. We're going to be fine for a while on intermediates. We'll definitely start on inters, and I think it's going to be right for most of it. If it keeps raining, we'll want to go full wets for the very final stint, but that's about it. Woo, that was trippy! Listen, Monty. I mean, that guy's going to pit anyway, but... Okay. I think we're good here. I'm gonna actually go back to overtake mode there. You're gonna have enough fuel. You're gonna be tire limited. In fact, I'm wondering if I should stretch this tire just ever so slightly. I think I should. Rain stops relatively quick. Maybe inters will be enough. I mean, it's going to be raining. It looks like until the end of the race. It's got 2 rain lines for the first couple of laps, and then after that it's 3 rain lines. I think 4 is the most you can get. So it's going to be raining, and then it's going to fall off. Yeah, you know what? I don't think we'll ever do full wets. There might be a lap or two where full wets would be better than inters, but not so much that it's worth hitting. I don't know what she was just complaining about there. There might be a couple of laps where full wets will be better, but I don't think it's worth the extra pit for it. All right, I'm happy with where everything is. I'd like her tire to last a little bit longer than this. I don't know if I can go to full backup though. We might do an optimal lap on inters. He's good. I think Porter's in a great place. I think he's going to line up really, really well. I'm on 5 stops already. Whoa. What the hell happened to Parks? I wonder if they're switching to, like, their used quality tires? That's weird. And Parks is gonna have to pit again instantly. I think they burned through all their they probably practiced on ultras and then qualified on ultras and then also wanted to use ultras in the race. Ferrari strats, exactly. Oh yeah, I should have had my Ferrari headphones on. Hold on. All right, we'll figure this shit out now. There you go. Ferrari headphones on. Maximum strategy mode activated. Does anyone have Sebastian's cell number? I need to give him a call. I have some questions. Okay. Yeah, I'm happy I backed up with her tires here. Because she needed to delay. Delay. What is it? Grazie ragazzi. Forza Ferrari. Vettel deserves better. Yeah, he certainly does. And he's like third all-time like podium finisher of all time. Third in the world. It's like didn't deserve this, man. All right. Okay. I know it sucks, Monty, to have to go so slow right now, but it's gonna be worth it. Hell, you're in second place right now. Second and sixth. The AI is not doing a good job with these strats. I'm gonna bring your tire up to conserve, just to stop it from getting too chilled. All right, they're pitting. The rain is gonna start drizzling. A little bit of dampness on the track now. I'm gonna go one more lap with Monty. Some people are pitting for inters already. That's, I mean, and if they needed to pit, they needed to pit. But this first lap on inters is gonna be bad. Yeah. That's going to be okay. All right, so you're going to pit. Let's go. Actually, let's leave you on conserve because you've got 6% only until the cliff. You're going to be pitting for intermediates. That's going to be okay. The intermediates can last 15 to 17 rounds. How's your engine? Fine. So let's assume, let's fuel for 16 rounds, or 16 laps. So that's about 21 laps worth of fuel. So they can run the heavy engine mode. Inters. We could do... Ooh. That's not a free fix. I guess the front one is. It's not like it's going to fall off. And it's just something else that they could make a mistake on. So, no. Do that. We'll try fast. Wait. I mean, oh yeah. 23 laps remaining. Okay, so we can't make it to the end of the race on this tire, obviously. So really what we're looking for with 23 laps remaining, or 20, I guess 24 now, it'll be 23 after we pit. Really, 12 laps on each tire is going to be fine. So we can push the shit out of this as long as we get to 12 laps. So instead, let's plan for 12 laps of fueling. So that's 15.6. So we'll round it up to 16, which is where we are now. Excellent. Okay. Happy you guys pointed that out. We only saved 2 seconds by going to fast. I'm going to go balanced here. Okay. I think I'm pleased with this. Placement. It's only 1 place difference. And there's going to be a lot of pitting. 2 stops. Ruin those tires. Yeah. And Porter's going to have to stay out one. Because they're too close together. Yeah, they're only 6 seconds apart, so I can't dual stack them. But you can push like crazy, buddy. Maybe even attack mode. She's locked in the pits. That's good. Porter, he's going to go right past the pit. And so, with him... Yeah, even he can 2-stint this. So, it's really 11. 2 stints of 11. So, 14.3. We'll put in 15, because we might end up staying out 1 longer or not. So, if you go to here... There you go. Your parts are fine, right? Yeah, you're good. 3 seconds saving. We're going to go fast for you. Parks and fresh tires again. Oh my god! Wait, what? She's on fresh. She or he? For some reason, I think it's a she, but no, it's a he. Is on fresh inters and pitting again. I think there's a glitch on Park's AI. Oh no, they're coming out on fresh inters. Okay, no, we're fine. We're fine. I think they're going to be okay now. I think the confusion is going to end. It's going to be all right. You're going to be on push mode on these tires. Oh my god! Yeah. Holy shit. How is that not a collision? Woo! $140 seconds behind. But even, like, there's tons of people with differential. The AI I think they got really confused by the super short track, the ultra soft tires, and then the rain and not knowing how to deal with it. Fuel faster. Parks in the pits. Nice. We've got a couple people who are still on their slicks, which they honestly right now is fine. Blue flag! Blue flag! Get out of the way! I think the AI went through all of its tires and doesn't want to go into inters because it's not wet. Okay. Alright, we're now definitely comfortably in interweather. That's for sure. And yeah, there'll definitely be a couple of laps where full wets would be faster. But I think it's only for those two, and I think we just eat it. Fourth. Porter's probably still... I don't know, nothing much going on over there. I think I think our strategy right now is exactly where we want to be. We'll have to keep an eye on the temps, but it should burn the tires out at about the rate we're looking for. Fourth and eighth right now. These guys are still on slicks. I mean, they might have really high adaptability, but come on. And some more as well. Like, I don't get it. They're not even fresh slicks. Well, they might have been trying to avoid a double stack in the pits, actually. These are not 2 laps each, because it's, Oh, you're right. Oh, 1.5 something. Because I knew it wasn't 1-to-1. But they are more like 2 each. Yeah, that's true. They're closer to 2. I was thinking they were about 1.5 each, but I was mistaken. Okay, they're both on the same amount of fuel. Have I accidentally lined these guys up that they're going to want to pit at the same time? That is not ideal. What I'm going to do is I'm going to have Porter conserve a little bit more. He's behind, so he's going to be on the slower strat. Englehart finally pitting for inters. Monty, 3.9 seconds behind Hamilton. Well, losing a little there, but that's not the end of the world. Porter, how you doing? You're catching up to whoever's in front of you, which is nice. Temps are getting a little high. I may have to pull back a little on her tire by the end of this as well. Pit Porter with extra fuel, or I can actually pit her with extra fuel. Because she's not going to have any problems on her final stint. No, so I still want to keep him out. I just want to make sure to keep him out just slightly longer. I want to pit him. I want to pit him second. Because he might need the extra tire for his second stint. Oh, Parks is getting better. 2 more people still out on slicks. My God. Just have to watch the temp on her tire. Maybe I'll pull back the yellow now. She's still going to have to pit first for fuel, and that's okay. Yeah. The thing is, there may be enough wet to make it worthwhile, but I don't know. I think I'm just going to want one stop for inters. Hopefully we don't lose too much performance on the... I kept thinking it's that one that's the tallest. That's what I was saying, like 1 or 2 laps of maybe full wets. It's possible that the 2 tallest bars would be ideal wet temps, or wet tire stuff, in which case we'd want, you know, we're going to lose out on maybe 3 or 4 laps, but I don't think so. And even if it's slightly out of the range of the inters, I don't think it's going to be enough to cause us massive, massive problems. Go back to pushing our tire here. Now, on inters, the cliff is at 0. There's still the lowest performance band issue. But yeah, other than overheating this temp, we can really just shred the hell out of it. I think both these drivers have high adaptability. I think Maritson had low adaptability. I think that was his one weakness. That, you know, getting fired by me. I think they start complaining about wets maybe around 70%, actually. Might even be 80. Yeah. On bad slicks or bad wets, you can lose up to 20 seconds. On bad inters, the most you can lose is up to 10. Although you could lose it on both ends, so... wow, they've already churned through their inters. I mean, there were some people who did pit quite early. Go back to neutral for a sec, just to avoid the overheating. And she can do 2 more laps on this intermediate tire. She'll hit the lowest performance... Actually, when she complains about tires... How much we got left if we pitted now? 13, which she can definitely do on this. I'm gonna pit her. I'm gonna pit her next lap. It's gonna be gorgeous, and then I can pit him. Okay, so it is. It is definitely gonna be wet enough for full wets. That's for sure. I think as a guideline, people look at about the R over here for when you should be on inters, and I think the K for full wets. We're definitely going to go past that, but not by much. I think worst case scenario, we might be a second or 2 slower for a couple of laps on intermediates, but we'll save an entire pit. So I think we are going to pit for another round of inters, and that's going to be okay. I'll attack here. I mean, we're going to overheat these tires, but that's going to be fine. So you're going to go in for more intermediates. There's going to be 12 laps remaining for the rest of the race, and so that means if we put in, like, if we have like 15 laps worth of fuel, that's going to be kind of good. Kind of spot on. $15. Park conditions okay. You can keep running red. Either way, we come out 6th predicted. So I'll just go balanced over here. Prevent a horrible mistake, and then we'd end up behind 7th, which would be particularly bad. I think I'm okay with this. So she's going to pit now. He's going to pit next lap. So he can definitely go full aggro. In fact, he can even attack on his tires, and that's going to be okay. This is our 2nd Asia-Pacific season. Alright, he just entered his lowest performance band of the tires, so he's going to have to do 1 lap like that, but that's going to be okay. You're going to come out on overtake push, I think. Should be fine. Through. No, you're not going to be okay with these fuel levels. We're going to do this magic thing called pitting the goddamn car! I want 14 laps worth of fuel in you. Your park condition is fine. That's a 3-second saving. Either way, we end up with the 7th, but that'd be pretty close. I think 3 seconds is definitely within my my decision threshold for fast. Hopefully it'll work out. We will see. I'm gonna do inters just because there's gonna be a couple laps worth of wetness, but we don't want to pit again, and so they're just gonna have to be careful. That's my strategy. Hold on, we're gonna go full Ferrari again. Just try to be careful. I don't know. Don't crash. Pro tip. Okay, and we'll just put you on push because that's what you're going to be doing basically for the rest of the race. And that is that. Mistake immediately on the front jack. It feels like we're getting a lot more mistakes on fast than before. So we still saved a second. We still saved slightly over a second by going with the fast strategy. Because we saved 3 seconds and this cost us 2. And with our final pit stop done, we are currently sitting 4th and 7th. These guys definitely have to pit for new tires. I really like where we are. Parks has done 10 stops. What is wrong with that AI? Why are they so broken? I've never seen that. Montero's going to find herself in first again when Hamilton goes in for a pit. LaPaglia might be gaining back here, but LaPaglia's got to pit one more time. Even if we get past now, it's not going to matter. We've seen bad weather before. So, okay, now it says soaked, and it's past the K. This is definitely wet tire territory. We're going to be running a little slower on these inters than we would on wets, but not, I think, enough to justify a pit in any way whatsoever. Boom, boom, boom. Stats are looking good here. Max Porter with another lockup. Man, his braking stats, I don't know. Boy, braking, I don't know. Montero up in first because Hamilton did pit, indeed. Right behind us and gaining, though, which is a little scary. I think, wow, that was a short pit for you. How did you recover that quickly? Not sure there's anything else I can do here to try to keep her up front. Ordering the points as well. We're going to keep an eye on the temps. You're doing that. No one's on the wet, so that's fine. I mean, he's probably got a better car. He might have more adaptability, which would be incredibly important right now. Because with adaptability, you can be outside of your range. The fact that Montero didn't complain about wets makes me think she's still within her adaptability range for the inters, though. That's a pretty good sign. He's like, he did pit later, so yeah, he can actually just ridiculously tear apart his tire. You can just rip them apart, and that's fine. Car's fine. We're okay there. I don't think I can go up to red. I think it'll overheat too soon on here. He's going to push us on red, and that's just something he's able to do because of the later pit. And there's not much we can do about that, unfortunately. We're dropped out of probably our best performance range on the intermediates, and he's still in his best range because he's got fresher tires. But that's just the way it's going to have to be. The thing is, depending on what happens with Porter in Part 9, this might be it. This, like, we could conceivably look at a 1-3. Or, well, yeah. A 1-3, a 2-3, or we might end up with a 2-4. I think 2-4 is about the worst we're likely to end up with, you know, short of a disaster. So now that I've said it out loud, we're cursed. And yeah, he is going to drop out of the best performance soon as well. Now he is in a place where he's going to have to consider overtakes. Now, we're going to do some lap math here. 6 laps remaining. So we can't finish the whole thing on red because we would use 7.2 laps of fuel to finish on red. But we can still keep redding for now. That's going to be okay. I think I'm happy with our tire position. We'll just have to keep an eye on the temp. And Max is... Actually, he's going to be able to finish the entire race on red engine mode. Monty's going to have to pull back for a couple laps. Just down to orange, probably. I don't want to do it now because we're being chased. My God. Just like... Could you imagine? You're racing and there's a guy named Hamilton in your rear view mirror just trying to get by. Oh my God. Okay, he's had to drop his engine and tire mode. So that's at least good. Whew. Okay, this is actually bang on exactly for orange for the rest of the race here. Because we'll use about 5.5 laps of fuel like this. So we can't push any more than this. Definitely not on tire. In fact, the tire's going to be okay. But we can't on fuel either. Now, meanwhile, over here, you are going to use 5. You're going to use 6.5? Yeah, you would use 6.5 laps of fuel if you stayed on red. So you can do one more on red, and then we drop you down to orange. Also, your tire has fallen behind too much. We're going to have to put you on neutral. I mean, you might be able to finish on orange. Wow, someone just ran off. You might be able to finish on orange tire, but he'd spend longer in the lower performance band. So we'll just do this for now and see how that goes. Meanwhile, 0.4 seconds, 0.5. Come on, Monty, 0.6. I don't remember the last time I've been so tense Don't forget that Hamilton's unreal in the rain. That's true. We're definitely out of the wet range for the tires, so that's okay. I'm going to drop Max to high right now, just to make sure nothing weird happens. Monty's basically spot on where we want her fuel, which is good. As Hamilton... Oh, he's having to go to green tire mode! Oh, ho, ho! Gearbox issues. It's fine. Let me go to, maybe neutral and tire here. I'm not worried about hitting the cliff. Although, honestly, there's... We got a while left to go. I'm even wondering, should I conserve Porter's tires? Oh, Monty, just hold on. Just hold on! You got a lot less tire than Hamilton, that's for sure. Oh, no! And then he's got even less tire. I'm going to conserve him a little bit. Especially since he's not in the middle of a fight. I'm going to try to give Monty every ounce of rubber that I possibly can. If she finishes this race with 1% tire, that'd be alright. So Porter's just entered the lowest performance band. He's going to have to just suck it up for the last 3 laps. I'm sorry, but you're going to have to deal with it. What is this? Wait, who is that? Oh, that's someone in 15th. That's a back marker getting in on this fight. I got nothing else for you, Monty. Or do I? You know what? Good push. Hold on, we're good there. You can probably go up to yellow. Hold on, I do have a little bit of rubber left for you. My bad. Hell, I don't even think she's complaining about a tire. She's probably not in the lowest performance band yet, because she's got a bigger margin for it. Oh, yeah. Oh, wait. Hamilton's fallen back. This is just the back marker. Who is this? Lundqvist. It's not even your race, man. Get out of here. 15th place, giving us a little bit of buffer with Hamilton. Okay. Fuel is fine. Tires are fine. I don't think I can go up to red just because of the temp thing, but honestly, maybe? I think you're slightly more prone to accidents on the more aggressive driving styles, so maybe we'll hold off. You're going to be fine. You're not going to hit the cliff. You're already in the lowest performance band. You've got tons of temp. Go attack. Can you? Can't give you any more fuel, unfortunately. I wonder, like, if Porter could maybe have gotten into 3rd for a double podium, but it looks like no. He's in the points, though, which is going to have to be good enough. No! No, what happened? Ah! There's still a chance. Attack, attack, attack. I can't give her another engine mode. She's going to finish with, like... Actually... No. 0.03... Oh, 0.00! Yeah, we couldn't have gotten any more. We could have maybe pushed our tires a little bit more, although there was a temp limiter over there. And over here, Porter's going to end up just behind 3rd. Well, 2nd and 4th. And we left it all out there. We left it all out there. It's disappointing because we're so close to finishing with the 1st. But if you had asked me, you know, at the start of the race, if I'd be, like, how would I feel about a 2-4 finish? Like, yeah, I'd be through the roof, man. That would be nuts. 2nd place is still really, really good. Yeah. Any points isn't... I'm just happy hitting the sponsor objective with one person. Damn you, Hamilton! Ugh! Now I know how all those F1 drivers feel. Parks at 11 stops. Haha! Oh yeah, we didn't have to do all the mechanic payouts. Oh, that's true, the mechanics as well. Not just the drivers. First place is expensive, that's true. How do we scroll this? Oh, like this? That's enough. Look at those stops! Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
It's whiskey and chocolate.
You don't get that many ultra stops. Parks was re-equipping the same tires over and over. Whiskey and chocolate from Jarl. Hey, thank you very much, Jarl. I'm around since your Civ 4 stuff. Wow. About time for a little chocolate. Well, thank you very much, Jarl. That is much appreciated. Civ 4, that... God. Like over 10 years. Yeah, see, it says this because we had the no incident thing. No punishment required. I don't think it changed anything because I think it would have dropped us. Like, we're not that close. We didn't act. I think this is glitched. Because if we'd gotten a 10-second time penalty, we'd be in 5th. Laura, guys, this might be a surprise, but Laura had an illegal car. Fastest lap goes to Dust. Pole went to Johan, but wait. Yeah, there you go. I mislined, so I'm like, wait, how's that only -8? But yeah, -14. Meanwhile, Rhea, with another insane like drive of the day performance, gaining 11 places, 6 for Max. No, she had a god tier drive. God tier drive. And 3rd overall. Winning this year, unfortunately, does not seem to be in the cards. Not that we were expecting it to. But I think there's a good chance. I don't think we're upgrading in the building because I think we are going to push to win the league next year. Expected result 7th. Came in 1st. I consider this to be acceptable. Max's morale has been fixed. That's nice to see. Team marketability improvements as well. Little bonus there. Too bad we didn't get it from the quali. That's okay. Illegal front wing done. Yeah, but I mean, at the same time, the sooner we get into the next league, the sooner we'll get more money, right? In those leagues, as long as we don't drop out again, and so we can afford the better buildings faster. Rhea had to apologize to the representative from Vancouver today after she soaked him in a shower of champagne spray at the podium. Your thoughts on her behavior? I mean, that's the way you're supposed to do it. You know? If you had a chance to spray all over the mayor of Vancouver, wouldn't you go for it? He was just playing around, didn't mean any harm. If you're standing on a podium, you should expect to get soaked. Simple. Yeah. Clear lack of respect towards the people of Vancouver. We've had words. Come on, yeah. No, man. If you're on the podium, you're gonna get wet. That upset the chairman. I think it may have boosted marketability, except we're already maxed over there. Pit crew review. Yeah, we'll have to do a few more of those. Pit blunder hands Rhea Montero win to Hamilton. That's true. That's true. I mean, if one mistake, well, I mean, it might have put her in a different place. She might have had to spend just as long trying to overtake the person, right? Like the mistake may have put her behind someone. She took a couple of laps to catch up and then to overtake, but she might have been stuck there anyway. But time-wise, it does sort of feel like if the pit stop had gone better, she would have won, but that's okay. We got a pair of front wings, illegal, I think, are ready to go. What we'll probably do is maybe a pair of illegal suspensions. Well, apparently one, because we can't do the double. And that, yeah, we've had pretty bad luck overall with the pits this season. We've abused the fast pit stops a lot in the past. Super broke. Pfft. A little negative is fine. We're probably going to get a new sponsor set up soon. Debt is just a number. Yeah, actually, we're about to get some sponsors. Just in case I do something really dumb and horribly forget for next time. Do a cycle here. Hold on. New. 100 stamina. Holy shite! Neville, welcome to the team. That is just a number. Not you, though. I mean, you're pretty good at the rear jack, but you know what? Yeah, let me just cycle this one more time. I'm just going to advance to the point where we can pick some sponsors. Repairs are done, so you're still working on that. And every part that's equipped onto the car will max out your reliability, but reliability is fine. I'm kind of okay. Something like this. Keep creeping it up a little bit, but mostly we're just trying to finish off a few of these. Although Clear this. Max these out for next season. I know it's not the ones we're racing with, but that's gonna be okay. Doing illegal suspensions. So, yeah, something kind of like this. The extra sponsor. I want to see what they are. Here? Yay, 3 sponsors. Okay. Oh, the Viking sponsor's back. Wow. So, all of them have a bonus for first place. Admittedly, Access Sports pays the biggest bonus for first place, but they're all pretty much the same. This one is 2 million. It's only for 4 races. So it's a $500,000 per race, just flat out. I mean, cupcakes are delicious, that's true. But Vikings, they bring that pillaging money. Hey guys, we fixed our economy. Staff center upgrade coming. Oh, TV piece. Give us money. Hurt mechanics relations. Not a ton of money, but it's still good. I actually don't know what happens with the high relationship other than unlocking the extra modes. But presumably it's probably pretty good. Yes, I know, Neville. I mean, none of it is optimized here. Like, look at purchase over here. Like, what is going on? Alright, so obviously we need to do better stuff, like something like that. Floppy do this way. There we go. This guy's made the mistakes in the past, but that might be fine. Is anyone with full stamina? There's you. Why do we even have Hooper around? No, seriously. What is this person even doing here? That is shit. Can't jack it. He can't do tires. Go away. You could do 11-13. And everyone else is tired to some extent. 11-13, I guess, is strictly better, so sure. Not that we tend to do the fixing. Oh, Lodter! What are you doing here? Fuck off, you. Nobody likes you. Look at that. What can you do? Well, I mean... Actually, I'm not sure we're going to see a lot of use out of you. All you can do is front and rear jack, really. I'm not going to put on a tire with a 7. We've got much better ones here. You've got good stamina, that's true. Fire him for the... He has made some mistakes. We got another double mistake over here. He doesn't have any great stats either, which is kind of funny. But we're going to look for a replacement for him, sure. Yeah. Yeah, we'll keep them but not renew. This doesn't cost us anything if we're not using them. That's not true. They don't cost us much per race, though. That's looking better. Looking better, too. We are behind the field on medium speed corners with our suspension. But overall, this is actually looking not too shabby. I like our drivers. I like where we are in the team. We got the staff center coming up, which is also going to be nice to improve some of our staff. Yeah. I think next year might be a contention year for us. Especially if Rhea keeps being a beast. Oh, her adaptability was 17. And yeah, Max is 14. They both have pretty decent reliability or adaptability, which probably made a big difference in that race. A huge difference. What stats does the test track improve? Test track improves cornering and overtaking. And we do have it built. We'd like to get, more levels would be better for more improvement, but 12 million pounds for the next level. Which we might be able to do between seasons. We will see. Still considered to having pretty good headquarters, though, currently. We don't have literally the best sponsorships, but we're pretty high up there. Guys, we're gonna wrap it up over here. Because we've done 4 hours of streaming nonstop, which is pretty good considering I didn't get a single minute of sleep last night. Just could not turn off my brain. So what we're going to do is we're going to raid a Kiss for Luck, who is apparently currently doing mass fishing in ESO. We're going to raid her. My next live stream is going to be on Monday, where we're going to be playing a thing. I did not get an email confirmation confirming that I can, in fact, tell you what the thing we will be playing on Monday is. But it's going to be a thing, and we're going to be starting 2 hours earlier than usual, so keep an eye out for that. All right, folks. Thanks a lot. Thanks for all the subs, resubs, everyone for the Whiskey and Chocolate Fund. And I'm going to see you in a couple of days. Bye.